Dr. Puneet Gupta, coming to the serious question of health risks as a result of pesticides, do you believe we have enough and more data and enough and more awareness in the country today? Because while we are dismissing this as speculative study, not even a study for that matter, the fact of the matter is that there is not enough and more research in this country.
See, not in even I will say in this American study, their major concern actually is about the ultra processed food, because in India we do not use those kind of ultra processed food, because if to the let's stick to the millets. Even if you take the millets and you convert them into a fast food kind of stuff, you expose them to high temperature. Let's say you make chips out of them, you make biscuits out of them, you make fast snacks out of them, and do the packing. And as Shruti told, you don't wash them well, or you don't just if you expose them to very high temperatures, and then what happens? The chemical inside any millet or any grain, in fact, whether it is wheat or any grain, what will happen? They will produce a chemical known as acrylamide. And this acrylamide, what we call in short double A, public can remember it as double A compound. This double A is the agent which actually make us prone for cancer, because it's a carcinogen, and it is available for all the processed food in high temperature.
Okay.
So if you expose the millet to high temperature, which the Americans they do, and they don't eat like India. We are very wise in using our food. We always prefer fresh food. So that's a very American problem. They use processed millet, and that is actually a known cause of cancer, and that is not anything new. And because processed ultra, what we call is technically as a ultra processed food.
Okay.
That what is actually
so
America
Dr.
is
Puneet
suffering
Gupta,
from.
we are aware, sir, that ultra processed food is a problem, and there have been enough and more circulars from the Indian government as well, pointing to how ultra processed food is not good for your health at all, and not just obesity. I'm talking about serious illnesses. Fact of the matter is that even pesticide use can cause various kinds of cancers. Is there enough and more research to substantiate that, apart from what the US is saying in India? Do you have enough and more cases that you can point to?
You have to, you have to understand that in terms of, let's say in this particular study, if we stick, they never did the pesticide levels actually. It was their hypothesis, which they have never tested. They have just done superfluous calculations, and then they made it in a hypothesis. There is no real data. So as far as this study is concerned, it's not a proof at all. So for that way, this study is zero at that level. It's no research. Now coming to the pesticides in general, if you talk, so as Dr. Shruti has also told that important is we should prefer organic food, wash them properly, and don't subject the food to high temperature. Let's say if you take charred biscuits of millet, or what we say the black biscuits, and we make chips out of them, and then you process them, then high temperatures they cause the problem. So my point is that if you use this millets ki khichdi, or you use the millets ka not high temperature rotis, then they are very healthy, and there is no increase. In fact, they are very rich in fiber. But if you due to high temperature, you take out their fibers, and they are very good antioxidants. With high temperature, you kill their antioxidants. So millets will not remain millets. They will become, the fast food, which Americans, they do. So Americans are very good in doing ultra-processed industry is a very dangerous one. It is not the pesticide industry. If you go data-wise, pesticide industry may cause 1% of the cancer. But the 30% of the cancer are caused by ultra-processed food.
Okay, ultra-processed food is a bigger problem than pesticides today.